Hi guys, welcome back to a new video tutorial. In this video, I'm going to show you how to install Jira software for completely free. And before we getting into that, let's now just have a quick look at what is Jira software. So you can see that this is the development tool used by the Agile teams. And this will come with a lot of things. You can see we have the boards, we have this called stories. And there's a lot more. So this is the plan also that we can track. We can also like ship with the confident for these releases and reports. We can also generate reports. And down here that we have the tool that can be integrated as well, like knowledge management. Connect this with the product roadmap. So this is the roadmap. And a lot more design for security and scale. So these come with the extra things like the apps, and we can work from anywhere. So here, this is the plans, and we're gonna go with the first one here. So this one, it's completely free. That have the ability that we can just add user up to 10. So if you have more than that, then you have to pay with this amount, and also with this one with up to 100 users. So we're gonna go with the first one, but again I'm gonna also show you what type of the Jira software that are available out there, like the different types of Jira software. So again, here I'm going to quickly introduce you to like the overview of the Jira. So Jira is, let me zoom in a little bit. Here offer the products and development option. That is the basically the purpose is to build this for the software, IT business, pop teams, also with a lot more, and the Jira platform. So here we have the Jira software. We have the Jira service desk and also the Jira core, and they have a different type of the purpose to use. So this one is to basically track, plan, release world class software, and here this give your customer. This one related to the business projects like HR onboarding and stuff. So for the user, this is different type of user. So this one. The first one here is for the software developer, project management, and also the Scrum Master. And the use cases here, this is we have the ability with the Jira software. The Jira software here, the first one, the ability to track the bugs, project management, product management, process management, task management, also software development, agile development, software development. And for the important integration, we can use this with the Confluence, Bitbucket, a lot more. So for hosting option, we have the cloud, we have the server, data center, the same as the other two. For licensing, and this for the hosting option, again, like I just mentioned, cloud, server, and data center, and just try to explain what the different. So basically for the server, we have the we can just host it on our own hardware. So these are the terms to know. We have the issue, projects, workflows. We'll get into this, and also they have the brief introduction of what Agile is. Now let me just go back a little bit. So if you want to know more about the Agile, or about the Jira, you can just search for the Jira software and what is Jira used for. So, and this one is come with the different information. So this is a little bit more in detail. So what is bug tracking? Then it try to explain you that. And this is the term, what is Scrum board. So this is the definition of each words. So yep, you can just come to the website and then search for that. And now I'm going to also show you how to install this. So for this tab right here, you can see that we can basically download the Jira software for the server as well, if you want to host it on your own server. And I think I'm going to also try to install this, but not in this video, probably in the next video on how to install this on your local machine. And now let's just go back. In this video, we only focus on the cloud version, which is this one right here. So I'm going to close these two now. Okay, so here we going to click on this button. Again, you can just search for the word Jira Software. Let me just go back. Okay, so here it is. Just search for Jira Software and the first link. So this is the one. And you can just click on this button as well. And it will be the same as the one that at the bottom of the page, in the previous page. Okay, so here we have the three options here. The Jira Software, this plus the documentation. And this one is the help desk, which is not the one that we're going to go with. So the first one here, just click on the choose one. Okay, so I open this link, the same link in the incognito windows to show you how I'm gonna sign up for a free account. So I'm gonna go with the first one here, and it asks me for the email. Alright, so it asks, this is my full name, create new account. Alright, so here we have come with the get started page. I'm going to give the site a name. In this case, I'm gonna call Hongli Tech. This is the URL. Click on the continue button. So here it asks me a few questions. I'm gonna go with the software development. Type of the script that what you do and appear in your profile. Should be software engineer. So here it asks me to invite the team. I'm gonna skip this for now. And help us to set up your Jira. So I can say just new to that. New to agile methods. Spend your time working on with a feature, support, operation, or fixing bugs. I'm gonna go with the first one. You have a tight schedule. Yep, I would say that. Click on the next button. So here, once we answer all the question, then you can see that there will be like a recommendation here. It's asked me to go with the Scrum. Here, this is basically the template. So we have the project management, recruitment, content. So we can also change this to software as well. So here in this, we have three. This is the first one, the Kanban, the Scrum, and the bug tracking. So Scrum, we can manage a story, task, workflow for the Scrum team. I'm gonna go with this one. And here it asks me to enter the name, project name. This case, for an example, I'm gonna call this as Hongli Tech. And this is the key. So this key I can just change to say Hongli Tech. So here this stands for Hongli Tech. And this is the Scrum. We can change the template here. I'm gonna create this. Alright, so here we can just create the own Jira sprint. I'm gonna skip this tutorial for now. I think I'm gonna start that from scratch. So if you're gonna follow this, we'll show how to list the issue, estimate, plan, launch. Skip the tutorial for now. Alright, so here we inside the board. So on the right hand side here, we can see that Jira Quick Start, the project is already created, and we also have the creating the issue. So we can just click on the view tutorial, and here you can see they let us to click on the button here, and the summary. So issue, in this case, this would be the website. The only take is the website. So the summary, I would say for this story, it would be to develop search functionality, and we can basically provide the description what the develop the search functionality is all about, and this is the reporter, the link issue, assignee. So right now we don't have any member yet in these projects, so I will also provide a new account as well. And here I can just click on the create button for now. Okay, so here inside the backlog, this is what everything that stay inside this area will be moved to each of the sprint. Then this is the first one, the first issue. And now let's see what's else. I think for this one, I'm going to also add the description as well. So I can just click on that, and here I can just type the description for develop this search functionality. So I'm gonna say, as a user, I would like to or something, or in this case I would say I want to have the ability to search for specific information on the website. So just click on the save button, and yep, the first issue has now been created. Let me zoom out a little bit. So here, this is the first one. We have the create issue, and for the third one here, the invite the teammates. So we can just click on the people. Now I can just add here the teammate, or I can also create my team as well, create like a new team, but I'm not going to do that now. Just click on the add here, the email. So this one would be, I use the contact@honglitech.com. Just an example. You can just provide your Gmail account. Here, just click on the send button. Okay, so has been added. Now let me just go back. Okay, so adding the teammate has been done. Next one is to explore the integration. We can just integrate this with Slack. I suppose this one is Zoom and Google and a lot more, Excel. This is the Find Hub. Nope, I'm not gonna do that now. So I can just click on this to close that window. Okay, so first we have our own backlog, and next things would be to create another issue. So just click on that, and you can just provide your issue name here. So here I would say build the about page, or create about page, and I can just choose like type, whether it's like a bug, it is a task, or it is like a story. Then I can just click on the enter button to create that. And as you can see that right here, we don't have the description because I only create like the title, but you can of course add the description here to specify what the about page is all about. And you can see this is the reporter, and this is the assignee, label, story point. We will get into this. So now what I'm going to do next is here we can see that we have the sprint 1, and we can just drag and drop it and put it into there. But I'm going to also create the sprint tool. So click on this create sprint. So here you can see that here we have the sprint tool enable. Of course, you can change the name. So you want to edit, click on that, edit, put like this is the sprint. You can just say sprint 1 or 2, whatever that you want, or it can be like sprint 1 like this. So I'm gonna go with the default one, and the sprint goal. So here we can also like mention what is the sprint is all about. It's not really about the search functionality. You can create as many issues as you want, but what is the goal of this sprint? So a sprint, it would last for around 2 weeks. So inside these 2 weeks, what you gonna have deliver, what type of work. So you can create as many as you want, and it depends on your teammate as well, like the number of your team members. So here, let me just quickly type the sprint goal here. So just for an example, I'm gonna say to deliver search function, just like that, and click on the update button. Okay, so I can now just drag the this one here into the sprint one. So here you can see that I have already drag and drop, and it stay inside the sprint one. Click the button when you're ready to start. So yep. Okay, once that's done, I can just click on the start sprint button to start this sprint. So here we have sprint 1, 2. I would say normally we have around 6 or 7 sprint, and it lasts for 3 months time. So in this case, I'm going to just create these 2 just for an example. And now let's just click on this button to start the sprint. Okay, so here it asks me the duration of the sprint. It can be 1, 2, 3 or customs. I'm going to go with the 2 weeks time. Here the date. So this is the day 27. I'm going to go with say next Monday. So here I can also set the date and date as well. But if I'm gonna set that, the duration now start change from the 2 weeks to custom. So I only need to set the start date. So that should be good to go. And here you can see this is the time, the start time. I'm going to go with the, say, start at 9. So I can also drag and change the value here as well. Drag left and right. Around 9 a.m. Okay, so this is the time, and I click on the start this. There are like 10 working days in this sprint. So yep, just click on the start button. So you can see that now we have successfully start our sprint 1. So this is in the active sprints tab. So here I can just click on this to the board settings. So there's a lot of information here as well. So you can change that. And the columns, in case I want to update my columns, we have the to do, we have the in progress, we have the done. What if I want to add a new column? So I can just come here to click on the add columns. So in this case, I want to say in review. So that's the name I want to have. And the category, I can just choose either to do, done. Of course, this is in the progress. Here it's in review right now. And I can add more, of course, but I'm going to go with this and back to the board. So here we have the in progress, in review, and the done. And here you can see that we have the sprint 1 right here, it's unassigned. So I can just click on this here, and let me just assign again. So because if you remember, I add the contact@honglytech.com, and right here inside this project, you can see that there's a list of 2. This is actually of myself, and this is the honglytech at honglytech.com. So I assign that to him. Basically, it's me. So okay, so here we have assigned to the persons, and I can add comments here, and I can see all of the history. So who made changes? So you can see that 20 seconds ago I assigned this to contact@honglytech.com. This is the work log. There's a lot more. This story sprint. So in this story, I would give and the story's points. So 1 point equal to 1 day. So in a sprint, it would normally have 10 points in total, but I would suggest that around 80% would be awesome. So you would also think about like having the 8 points inside one sprint, just to give a little bit of a buffer for the other 2 days or 2 points. So for this functionality, I would say around 4 points, 4 story points, and then I can just click on this. So this would take around 4 days to complete the search functionality. Even though right here I didn't say really what functionality search functionality is all about, like search for something, but you can specify it, be more specific. This is the priority. I can set it whether it's very important or not. So by default, just go with the medium, and we have more fields here. So time tracking, the epics link, components, fixed versions. Now I want to also show you what the epics links as well. So let me just go back here, and let me just go to the backlog. Okay, so here we have that, and to create the epics, we can just simply click on this here. But at the same time, I also want to move this for now to the sprint 2. Okay, so now we have a sprint 1 with this 1 issue, 1 story type. This one is inside the second sprint. So now let me just click on the epics. And here we can basically create the epics by clicking on this link here. And I will explain you what epics is. So let's just quickly look into this website. Alright, so here you can see for the epics, it tries to explain what epics is. It's a large body of work that can be broken down into like a smaller stories, or sometimes called issue in Jira. So we created like 2 issues so far. And epic emphasizes the multiple teams on the multiple projects and can be tracked on the multiple boards. So basically I would say the epics, it stay on top of the sprint, or it stay on top of the issue. So it's deliver over a set of sprints. So it can be from 1 or up to a few sprints, and we group all of the sprints together, then it can become the epics. So the team also the epics through the development, customer, user stories, edit, the remove as necessary. So this is the example of what epics is. In this case, what they give, they just having different type of the stories you can see. So this is the 3 stories, and the epics name for this would be like March and launch. Not really like specific into what the epics is all about. It just say like the date, and here we have the story for this one, the epics name, within the complete agile. So this the introduction to this, how can we create this, break down the epics, so measuring the agile method, understand the Agile. And here, this is also the tutorial on how to create the Jira epics. So you can create this by, I'm not going to go into each of this. So just quickly having basically the overview of this step. Also monitor the progress of the epics with all the charts. Complete your epics, and yep, that's the epics is all about. So now let's just go back real quick into this. I'm going to give this epics name. So I would say something like search function, or maybe web pages on e-commerce site. So I would say something like this. Just edit this to say add to cart function, and the description search deliver search add to cart features, and create the homepage, about, and about page. So, and these projects, so right here we only have one. I'm going to click on the create button right now, or I can just click on the configure field as well. So here, what else that I want to put? Nope, it's fine. Click on the create button. Okay, so here we can see that I can create the issue in this epic as well, like creating a new issue. Or the other one would be I can just click on this one, the existing stories. And here it opened this up. Let me just zoom out a little bit more. Okay, so when I scroll down and looking for the epics, so here this is the epic links. Click on that, and it tries to show me this one here. Okay, so here we have added this into this epic links, and again, like I said, this is just an example. It's not like the best epics description here. So that's it. We have added this epic link. You can see here as well, and the components, whatever that you want to put here. Also, this is the fixed versions, and yep. So that's it. Also, the same for this one. I want to add that to this epics as well. So let me just click on this here, and here inside the epics links, just choose this one. So this what the epic does. So basically, over multiple sprints, we can just group whatever that the issue or stories that are relevant to that particular epics. Then we can just add that. And of course, epics cannot be just this one inside one sprint. You can create like a multiple epics based on the specific features that you build. It can be like you are designing the website, and it can be not about this. So this one is all about like the development side, and you can just create one for the design, or for the maybe like say you're planning to do something new, or you can just put it there. So yep, that's how epics works. And for the epics, you can also click on this here to change the color to whatever that you want, and you can of course click on the view epics details. Inside the assignee here, you can just assign to somebody that mainly focus on the this epics. You can do that here as well. And the label, and this is the history. So yep, let me just quickly go back to the backlog. And I'm going to also show you how to clone this story as well. Alright, so here you can just click on this and there will be like a clone, or you can move, you can delete this issue. Then here you can just click on this clone button to clone this story. So it asks me the name, whatever the one. So I can say like developed, in this case should not be search, maybe just filter, and then whether I want to also clone the sprint value, not now. Click on the create. So try to clone a new one. So yeah, it's now cloning. And now let me just quickly go back to the backlog, and there we have it. So this is the develop filter functionality, and of course you can just try to update the description. And let me show more. So here you can also see information here. It say that it's cloned from the develop search functionality. So yep. And next one, I just click on the project settings. There's a lot of things that you can just play around within the Jira software, as you can see here. And I can just change my project names, also project key here as well. This is the URL type, and also this is the project lead, who lead these projects, and the default assignee, and a lot here, left hand side, the permission. So this is the permission, depend on the type of the so here this is the delete, edit. You can just set it here. Now let me just quickly click on the setting here, go to the systems projects. So go with the system first. So you can see that there's a lot of information here that you can configure. This is only for the admin. For the security, global permission, here we can select a specific groups. Also this is the permission, whether depend on like the role. And next one, I'm going to go with the projects. So inside these projects here, basically I can just create like a new project. So this one, it's all about the Hongli Tech, but of course I can just create like a new one here as well. And I can just click on that to go back to this particular projects. So this is the HLT board. So this is the existing board right now. And here inside the reports, I can just click on this reports tab. And here you can see that there are a lot of the charts that we can just generate based on the story, based on the issue or tasks or bugs that have been done, or it's still in progress, or it's still to do. Then you can just create like a charts based on that current scenario. So yep, there's a lot of things inside this Jira, but basically the step that I show you, it's ready to start like the projects that will allow you to be able to like track all of the current progress of the projects. So I think that's pretty much it for this tutorial. It's take a little bit longer than usual, like around 30+ minutes. So I hope you learned something from how to use this, how to install this from scratch. Again, this is completely free. It's up to 10 users. So if more than that, you may need to pay for the service. And in the next video, it's more likely that I'm going to show you how to install the Jira onto the local machine. And see you guys in the next video.